Hi and welcome back to the channel. So tonight I want to take you behind the scenes of one of my favourite setups. It is the Esprit 120 on the EQ6R Pro mount with a mono camera and a set of Antlia filters. And I'm going to show you how I captured the Bubble Nebula from start to finish. So this is the final image, and trust me, it didn't look anything like this when it was first out of the camera. So stick around and I'll show you the capture workflow, the exact settings, and 2 pro tips on how to capture this target. So let's go to the observatory and check out the gear. Right, so this is the rig in the observatory, and let's start down here with the camera. So this is ZWO's 2600 Pro mono camera, and attached to that is a 7-position filter wheel, and in there's a set of Antlia filters. They're 3nm filters. And moving up the imaging train, we have attached to the side here a ZWO electronic focuser, and the actual main scope here you can see, that is the Skywatcher Esprit 120 ED. That's 840mm focal length at native, and you can reduce that down to about 640mm. So at the top here is the Skywatcher Evo guide, the 50 ED guide scope, and down the end there is the ZWO 120 mini camera. Power distribution is by the PixInsight power box. That's the power box Advance. That distributes the power all around the rig. As you see, these cables everywhere. Running the rig is the mini PC. That's the Mealy Quarter 3 mini PC. I've got that directly wired up to my internet in here, and this is all sitting on the EQ6R Pro mount, which is sitting on my homemade pier adapter attached to the concrete pier. So this is the rig, and this is what we'll be using tonight to capture the Bubble Nebula. So I always plan my targets using Stellarium, and I'm now going to open that up and show you this. This is a free software which is very useful for planning your targets. You can enter your sensor and scope information into it, and it will show you on screen how big the image will appear in the frame. So it's very useful for that. You can work out the altitude of the target as well, which will help you choose how long you want to image the target for, and when you can start imaging. And that red box is basically what I'm going to get inside my Esprit 120 at 840mm with the sensor that I'm using. That's what I will actually fit inside my frame. So if I zoom in a little, you can see the bubble there, and over here to the left it shows you the altitude at 557 is 77 degrees. If I change this time, 29, might just get 29 degrees, so that's at just before 4 in the morning, so I can get my target till about 4 in the morning, which is useful to know. So that's the planning stage, and I'm now going to show you how to set up an imaging session with Nina. Okay, so first I have to go into my Google remote desktop, click on the Oiii, which is online. Now we're going to connect to the PC on the rig, and here we go. So this has come straight into the advanced sequence. So what I'm going to do now is go to load complete sequence. So I want to load in the sequence that I've already got set up, and this has now brought in a complete sequence which includes the controls with my weather station, the Cloud Watcher. So all I have to do now is basically brought in the last target that I was using. So I'm going to change that now. So if I go up here to the framing tool and click on here where it says name, let's get rid of that, NGC 7635. Right, it's come up. So if you click on that below there and then hit load image, that will now bring in the Bubble Nebula. If we give it a minute, here it is. So if we come down to here where it says add target to sequence, hit the drop down list, update existing target in sequencer, And that was my last one, SH2145. So we'll click on that, and it's now going to put all this information into that sequence. So he's now changed it to NGC 7635. So all I have to do now is just double check everything. So start time is nautical dusk, 1714, and end time got it till 6 in the morning, which is nautical dawn. That's fine. Now I just want to change my sublens. So as promised, pro tip 1, the Bubble Nebula is very HA dominant with medium O3 and quite weak S2. So instead of giving all 3 filters the same exposure time, try tailoring each filter to the nebula's signal strength. So for example, HA is the strongest, give that 5 minutes. With medium O3, try 7 minutes, and I would give S2 10 minutes. So just this small change will massively improve the balance of your SHO masters, and you'll get cleaner color channels and less noise to deal with in post. So what I'm going to do here, because sulfur is the weakest signal, I'm going to leave that at 600 seconds. HA is the strongest, so I'm going to drop that down to 300. And O3 is medium, so I'm going to change that to 420. So in minutes, that's 10 minutes for sulfur, 5 minutes for HA, and 7 minutes for O3. So having made those changes, I'll go back to the top and reset that sequence, go yes. Now all I have to do is just click the start button. So I'm going to click on start, and he's now going to count down. And here we go, he's waiting for nautical dusk. And as soon as it becomes nautical dusk, if it's safe, then it will carry on and start the sequence. If it's not safe, it will wait until it is safe. So the camera's sensor is set to -5, the gain is 100, and the offset is 50. Just gotta wait for it to get dark now. So luckily I've had 6 reasonably good imaging sessions, and I've managed to acquire just over 31 hours. Now I don't know how many of those subs I'm going to lose, but I'm now going to take the data in and get it on a PC, go through it all, and then I can stack it, and then I can process the image. So fingers crossed, we'll see what we can come up with. Right, so I've loaded all the data into APP, and I've analysed the stars, gone through and checked any bad ones, taken them out, and I'm now going to hit the integrate button. This is now going to integrate all of the data, including the calibration files, and hopefully chuck out some nice SHO masters at the end. So we're just going to wait for this to stack, and then I'll be able to take it into PixInsight and do some editing. Okay, so APP has finished stacking, and this is the sulfur master. They've shown a surprising amount of detail. So let's just quick have a look at the oxygen. Yeah, again, that's quite a lot of detail around the bubble, and there's a lot on the outer edges there. Let's look at the HA. Wow, that's amazing. Look at that HA. That's incredible. Okay, right, that's good. APP's done a fantastic job. So I'm now going to take this lot into PixInsight and start processing. Okay, so we've got some area refresh down here and over here. I don't know what that is, but it looks like some sort of shell, something you'd find on a beach. If anybody knows what it is, let me know. I've got no idea what that is. It's interesting. And for pro tip number 2, the bubble sits in a rich star field, so instead of using global star reduction across the field, try just some localized star reduction around the bubble itself. So by using a round mask, just reduce the stars inside the mask area around the bubble, and that will really help make the bubble stand out more. So I plan to make a lot more videos like this where I'm going to pick on a target, I'm going to stick with it and go through it from start to finish. So if you've got a target in mind you'd like me to try, then please leave me a comment and I'll do my best to accommodate that. I'm going to be using this rig here, and I've also got my little ASCAR FRA 400 rig. I can use that. So if you want me to have a go at something, just let me know and I'll do my best. Anyway, look, please, if you found this video useful, hit that thumbs up. It really does help push the channel out. And I want to say thanks to everybody for watching. Thanks to all of my subscribers. And as always, I wish you all clear skies.